Sarah, I just have to say, we've known each other for a very long time. I have watched this brand grow. I have watched what you've done over the years, and you've always said that you didn't know when you'd take an outside investor, but you'd know it when you saw it. So what happened?
Totally.
Why did you do this now?
You know, I mean, for 20 years, people have been asking to buy Spanx or invest in it, and I've always operated off of my gut, and I was like, well, I'll know when it's the right time for the business. I'll know when it's the right time for me. And so, you know, and I was always quite nervous about who would this be? And once I met the Blackstone, you know, the team at Blackstone and Anne in particular, I felt so at ease. It was like we were aligned on what we saw for the brand, the mission for elevating women. It was an all-female deal team. It was very natural from the very beginning, and it gave me just a lot of comfort that this is the right next step and chapter for the brand.
And how did you run into Sarah? Was this like a chance that you guys ran into each other, or you were kind of looking at Spanx, you were watching what was happening there, and you were interested?
Yeah, we've been following Sarah and her story, her incredible story for a long time now, and it's a brand that we've been loving from afar, and it's something that we really wanted to be associated with. And so we've been spending a bunch of time talking with Sarah and just trying to figure out what a partnership might look like, and it just sort of was fortuitous and all came together.
Let's back up for the viewers who don't know the story as well as I do, because I love this story. You started 21 years ago.
Yep.
You had $5,000 that you'd kind of cobbled together because you'd been selling fax machines, which if that doesn't tell you how long you've been working at this, you cobbled it together, and you did this because you just wanted your rear to look better in a pair of white pants.
That's a great summary. I couldn't figure out what to wear under a lot of the clothes, and so, you know, undergarments were flawed. You could see them under what we wore, and I was looking for, so I was a frustrated consumer. I mean, I had never taken a business class, and I wanted to invent this one first undergarment that I knew would change the way I could wear clothes. And then when I stood on the manufacturing floor 21 years ago to make this product, I looked around and I was the only woman in the room. And that dawned on me, like, I want to speak up for women and advocate for women through product, because the people who were wearing the products all day, I mean, making the products, weren't wearing them all day. And I thought, guys, we could make these so much more comfortable and so much more functional. And, you know, there's a lot of things about clothing that hang in our closet because we don't know what we're supposed to wear under it. So Spanx kind of became the canvas for our wardrobe. You know, it's like a painting. Like, if you don't have the right canvas, it affects the art and the painting. And so that became just a passion to continue to make things better for women for the last 21 years.
Spanx is so much more than that now. I mean, you're wearing jeans that are Spanx right now.
Yep.
There are skirts,
I'm wearing a bra that I won't show you that's Spanx right now. Thank you. I'm not sure that this show allows that, but yeah, I'm wearing
Braleluya.
Braleluya, yes. Are you wearing Braleluya?
No, not this morning, but I have some. But you're also facing a much more competitive landscape. I mean, you look at just everybody who has copied, who has piled on, and the idea that some consumers don't want shapewear at this point, too, especially after we just spent, 2 years sitting around at home in sweatpants. So how do you kind of get into that? Where does the industry stand today?
Well, we've had competition the whole time. I mean, to me, what's happening right now doesn't feel any different than the last 21 years. A lot of people go into this category and quickly exit it after about 2 years because shapewear is really easy to make and really hard to get right. But what I'm excited about the brand is the magic that we created in Spanx and how we kind of defined a category and revolutionized it. We're now doing in apparel and active. And our consumers have been saying, hey, put the magic of Spanx in the clothing that I'm wearing. And so now Spanx is, you know, as you know, we've expanded into so many other areas that are just taking off and the consumer's thrilled. And I get excited about how it can make things better. And there's still a lot left to make better for women.
And what's the opportunity you see at Blackstone here? Why Spanx? Why this arena?
Well, what we saw in Spanx is just an incredible brand. As you know, it's a staple in many women's closets. It's a brand that resonates emotionally with consumer. You know, Sarah and I, one of our first meetings to sit down and talk about this partnership, she told us that the word that women use most in describing their relationship with Spanx to Sarah is grateful. That kind of genuine emotional connection between the brand and the product and the consumer, it's very rare these days. And so taking that coupled with this incredible expansion that Sarah's brand has seen and the team that they've built over the last few years, both in terms of expanding into this broader apparel category, but also in the digital transformation of the business. The business has really emphasized the direct-to-consumer channel, and Spanx.com has seen tremendous growth even prior to the pandemic. So that's really been the foundation to build off of.